Good evening. First, I give all praise, all honor, and all glory to God, who is the author of my life and all of my ideas, for I am just a servant on assignment. Thank you to everyone who made this evening and recognition possible. I consider it an honor to have my name mentioned with the great Kathy Hughes and the Honorable Mark Noriel, as I work to uphold the standard of excellence that you two have set. Thank you to Mr. Lamel McMorris and the Perennial Strategy Group for your commitment to diversity and public policy that makes inroads for research like mine to be supported. Thank you to the Southern Company, Mr. Chris Womack, Executive Vice President and the President of External Affairs. And thank you to the exceptional videographers for capturing my story. Thank you to Mr. Jonathan Porter, the Vice President of Resources and Ethics for Alabama Power, who also happens to be a member of the Board of Trustees at Tuskegee University, who reached out to me about this award. I'd like to take a moment to thank Dr. Brian L. Johnson, the President of Tuskegee University, for his support during my tenure there, which continues even now. And thank you to my current president at Morehouse School of Medicine, Dr. Valerie Montgomery Rice. And we look forward to continuing to build the relationships that strengthen the support of research at HBCUs, and specifically for government funding and private funding for the further development of research like mine. I know I would not be here without the sacrifices that I made, but also the sacrifices of those who've lost lives, who've shed blood and shed tears and prayed prayers. Even though life for me ain't been no crystal stair, I walk on a paved road, paved by all of those who came before me, paved by the generation before me, because I stand on those broad shoulders. This honor really isn't about me, but the many Black scientists who have never gotten the recognition that their brilliance truly deserved. This is for the women who raised other people's children, for the mentors, for my mentors, and my social workers and my teachers. I am the child that the village raised. And when you recognize my successes and my goal to change the way cancer is treated, you recognize my entire village, past and present, and all the people who contributed to me, who raised me, who supported me, who encouraged me, motivated, and most importantly, who loved on me. And at this moment, I'd like to take a moment to ask all the people who came here tonight, my cousins, my family, my best friends, to please stand. And thank you for your support. I have another special guest that I'd like to take a moment, who's the program officer at the Department of Veteran Affairs for the HBCU Research Scientist Training Program, who took upon himself as a mission and a personal calling to ensure that young Black scientists like me had a chance and a platform to get government funding. Not that we weren't competitive, but sometimes we were being overlooked, even though our science was just as good, even though we were just as brilliant, but we weren't being awarded the government funding. Dr. Tashaka Cunningham, will you please stand? Thank you. Thank you. The $1.1 million Career Development Award from his Research Scientist Training Program gave me the platform for the work that I'm doing to further develop these cancer treatments that started as a dream that's now working in mice. And I'd like to take another privilege to ask Roland Martin to stand. Where are you? Uncle Ro? Is that you over there? Oh, here you go. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to come on your show and to tell my story. And a week and a half and 6.5 million viewers later, thank you for helping me launch the platform that, as an African American woman, I can be the image of science and STEM and have everyone who has an audience, who has a platform, who has a position where people have voted you in office, I ask you to stand with me in this fight against cancer. This is not a one-woman battle. This is a collective effort, and I need the support and the help and the contributions of everybody who can hear my voice. This should not just be on me. This is on all of us. So I call all of you to task and ask you to join me in this fight and to help support me and our HBCUs, and I'm at Morehouse School of Medicine. I am a child of Alabama. I grew up at Alabama A&M and the University of Alabama in Birmingham, but I stand before you on an international platform to change the way that we treat cancer and the way that we're doing things. So thank you to Perennial Strategy Group, and thank you to the Southern Company for this opportunity. God bless you.